That is where this piqued my interest because he sent out not one, not two, but 3 messages to the Southeast. The stuff he's tweeting out, the stuff he's saying, that's okay if you're established. Truth of the matter is, he's not established. To say this video is going to be all over the place would be an understatement because we got so many different topics to talk about. But I think, I'm going to say the main topic is going to be Deion Sanders. I think I'm just going to roll with that. The main topic of the main encore is going to be what Deion Sanders has just said. He is sending a message to the Southeast. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about later in this video. Also, we got to talk about the mysterious quarterback in the NFL draft and what Alabama fans are saying about their new hire. Late last night, we talked about it. I uploaded that video. And we're going to check out some of the comments, and a lot of you guys told me stuff that I didn't even know. You know how we do it around here. It's going to be a jam-packed video. All right, Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, say it with me now. Let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to go over some of these comments because I told you guys, let me know your thoughts down below, and I'm going to read off some of the comments, and we're going to talk about it. And the reason I want to talk about this first is because it's still... I'm not going to call it breaking news, but it's fresh news. It's still ongoing, and this is a really long comment, and trust me, I don't like reading out long ones, but this is a good one from Chris. Wait a minute, I almost forgot to bring this up. On the previous video, too, major shout out to Jerry Johnson. He super chatted, I think that's what you call it, $2. So, completely unnecessary, but hey, I greatly appreciate that. Now, let's get into what Chris had to say. Chris Golden stated, the people that are saying this is a bad hire obviously don't pay any attention to college football. Not only did he beat us twice at Auburn and had good defenses, he's a phenomenal recruiter. He was part of Saban's original staff, and a lot of those great players were his recruits specifically. Hightower, Darius, Mark Bowen, Drake, Kirk, Upshaw, etc. We will be just fine. I think Reese, which is the new offensive coordinator, is a good hire also. He's young and coaches with a lot of passion, the exact opposite of Bob, which I agree with 100%. Brian Kelly wanted him to come to LSU for a reason, obviously. Some people are going to complain regardless. I'm going to trust the most successful coach in college football history knows what he's doing. Clap it up for my man Chris Golden. I couldn't have said it any better myself. That comment right there, and it's the reason I read it off, that is what a true Alabama fan looks like. That is what a true, not just Bama fan, that's what a true college football fan, no, scratch that. That is what a true sports fan looks like. Mr. Chris Golden is the type of guy you want in your life. He's looking at this from the same standpoint I am. His glass is half full. Instead of focusing on the negatives and the downsides, he's looking at the positives. And just like he said also in his quote, 100% true, people are going to complain regardless, and that's how life is. If you haven't figured this out by now, it doesn't matter what you do, people are going to complain. A great example, the big and famous YouTuber that goes by the name of Mr. Beast, he cured 1,000 people being blind or something like that, and people were complaining about that. If that doesn't go to show you, you cannot make everybody happy, I don't know what will. Yet again, major shout out to Chris. That's an outstanding comment. I would love to talk about that more, but we got to get a move on. I'm going to read off one more comment, and we got to get on to our next topic of this video. Van Gogh the artist, hope I'm saying that correctly, that's a cool name. He said, Matt, it said Kevin Steele will be calling on Saturday, but Jeremy Pruitt will be an analyst and have a major say-so in the defensive play calling. Steele is 1 year away from retirement and state pension in Alabama. Thank you for that comment, and I didn't know that last part, and if that is true, makes a ton of sense. I was talking to one of my buddies late last night. I don't understand all these Bama fans that are trying to label this as a bad hire and they're disappointed. I just don't get it. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Are these the greatest splash in the pan hires I've ever seen? No, they are not, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm excited for Tommy Rees for the main reason it's a young guy on the rise that can engage and relate to the players. Just like our man Chris said, Bill O'Brien couldn't relate to the players. He didn't get along with them great. I'm sure they weren't enemies, but you get what I'm saying. I've always liked having a younger offensive coordinator like Lane Kiffin because he can relate to the quarterback and the players. As far as it goes for the defensive coordinator and Kevin Steele, I'm excited as well. That's all I'm going to say about that. I did want to address it. Moving on to our second topic before we get into the main topic. I don't understand this. I just simply do not understand this. It seems like each and every single day, the hype around Anthony Richardson continues to get bigger, and I don't get it. I've never understood this. Yes, I'm not stupid. Anthony Richardson, he has a ton of potential, but that's the problem with him. It's all potential. He hasn't proved anything. For example, a day ago, several NFL scouts have stated he is worth a top 10 pick. Why do they believe that? Oh, just like I said, because of his potential alone. And one NFL scout believes that Richardson should be in conversation for the top quarterback in the draft. Oh man, let me calm down. It's not good to scream for my health, but I might. I want to make this astronomically clear. I like Anthony Richardson. Seems like a great, humble young man. You want to draft this guy late in the first round or high in the second round, I have no problem with it whatsoever. But a top 10 pick and in conversation for the number 1 quarterback in the draft? Come on, man. It doesn't make sense and they contradict themselves, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. Everybody knows this. It's supposed to be common knowledge at this point. If you select a quarterback in the top 10, this is supposed to be a guy that is ready to go from day one. You select a quarterback in the top 10 or any player at that, it's not a guy you're looking at and going, okay, we hope he can be a starter by year 3 or year 4. That's an unwritten golden rule, but apparently I guess it's not. Because you got to think about it, 90% of the teams that are selecting in the top 10, they need a win right away. So why would you draft a guy hoping he could be good by year 3? If you got to pick late in the first round, I get it. But top 10, no. And I get it, the kid has a ton of potential. I'm wishing him the best of luck. But so did your local D1 basketball player that's now doing drugs. You're going to find out and realize a lot of people in this life have potential and they don't even come close to touching it. More times than not, potential is just potential. You know who else had a lot of potential? Johnny Manziel. My point is, and we got to end it off here and get a move on, I don't think Anthony Richardson can win you an NFL game tomorrow. I believe Bryce Young can. I believe CJ Stroud can. And maybe the next guy I would throw in there is maybe, and this is just a maybe, is Will Levis. Outside of that, I'm not sold on anybody, and I'm especially not sold on Richardson. But now finally, moving on to the main topic of the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video, we got to talk about Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, aka Prime Time. Man, oh man, we haven't talked about good old Coach Prime in a while, and I always like talking about him, and I think you guys know this. I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm not going to sit up here and give you the run through. We know this. Coach Prime, he's at Colorado, and blah, 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 blah. We've already talked about that plenty enough, and I'm sure you guys are tired of it. For the rest of the country outside of the state of Colorado, and mainly my SEC and Big Ten fans, and I'm in the same boat as you, I feel like a lot of people are sick and tired of Colorado already. It's for the main reason that these guys are trying to act like they're the next big thing when last year you only won 1 game. I love me some Deion Sanders. I think he's going to turn that program around, but he's got a lot, and I mean a lot of work to do. Check out this tweet, though. He posted 3 days ago, and I thought it was interesting. He tweeted out, Georgia, I need at least 8 more Georgia young men that can make a difference day one. Smart, tough, fast, disciplined, character. Quote unquote, I ain't hard to find. Let's change the game together. When I first saw it, I was like, interesting that he just thinks he can put out a tweet and get all these recruits out of the state of Georgia in the southeast. But being the person I am, I don't like to gaslight and hype up situations. I brushed it aside. However, the next day, tweeted out this. Are there any Louisiana dogs out there that feel underappreciated, stepped over, overlooked, and neglected? I want you because I know what you have inside. Quote unquote, I ain't hard to find, but I'm looking for you right now. Yet again, I saw that and I was like, interesting that he's trying to recruit out of the states of Louisiana, Georgia, which are in the southeast. I also brushed that aside. However, right after that, tweeted out this. Where are my dogs from Texas? We coming, I'm coming to get you and I want you to ride with us, quote unquote, I ain't hard to find. Let's do it our way and have fun doing what we do. That is where this piqued my interest because he sent out not 1, not 2, but 3 messages to the Southeast. And yes, I am going to throw Texas in there because eventually they're going to join the Southeast, so I just need to get used to saying it. They were supposed to join in 2024, but it's getting pushed back to 2025, but that's besides the point. Here's where I'm trying to go with this, and here's what piques my interest with all these tweets, comments, whatever you want to call it. You guys know this. I don't have to beat it into your head. I respect the crap out of Coach Prime. I've even stated that if he wanted to take over the Alabama job whenever Nick Saban retires, I'd be for it, and I know a lot of people would not like that, but I would like it. That is how much I not only respect this man, but I like him. But however, with all those great things being said, I think he's pushing it a little too far. The stuff he's tweeting out, the stuff he's saying, that's okay if you're established. Truth of the matter is, he's not established. Okay, you won some games at Jackson State. Respectfully, it's Jackson State. You're not playing in the Power 5. My point is, I don't think he's to the level where he can just say, hey, I'm Deion Sanders, come play for me, and go in the state of Texas, the state of Georgia, where they have the best athletes and just get whoever he wants. I don't think he's good enough to tweet out, hey, I need 8 guys from Georgia, and they just bow down to him. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but that's how I feel about it. And let me make this clear. I'm not even referring to the 5-star recruits or the 4 stars. I'm talking about the 2 and 3 stars. Why in the world would even a 2 or 3-star recruit want to go to Colorado? That is a terrible program. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. It is a terrible football program. I already know what everybody's about to run to the comment section and say, well, Matt, just just wait, man. We're going to shock you next year. We're going to prove you wrong. Yeah. Well, here's my point. You haven't proven me wrong yet. You can say this, say that. The truth of the matter is you're 1-11. That was your recent record. So until you go out there and prove me wrong, I have all the reason to talk. You have none. I think Coach Prime's going to do a good job next year, but I got Colorado going 5-7 at best. I'm not talking about the team, keyword program. The program, the state it's in, is terrible. And a lot of people are overlooking the cold hard facts just because they are excited about Coach Prime. I get it. You want to believe in Coach Prime. You're excited for what he's got going on, but you got to look at the cold hard facts. This is a terrible football team. I don't think he meant anything bad by sending out these tweets, but it does kind of shock me that he already thinks he's at that level where he can just say, hey, I need 8 guys from Georgia. I need 8 guys from Texas to come join our team. The way he's saying it, and maybe he didn't mean it to come off this way, but the way it looked to me, he's trying to say it as if Colorado is already the top dog in the Pac-12. And hey, I get it 100%. You got to act like you're the best to be the best. But at the end of the day, you got to come to the realization this Colorado football program straight up sucks. They straight up suck. They really do. And I like Coach Prime, and it's hard for me to say that. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you guys and go, yeah, this is going to be a really good football team next year just because I like Coach Prime, because that's not the truth. The truth is they suck. Hopefully they change it. Let me know your thoughts down below. But, right, Billy!